With just a few days left to the close of the transfer window, Arsenal are set to offload 5 stars in a brutal fire sale as Everton, Crystal Palace, Leicester City and Wolverhampton Wanderers prepare bids. Hi guys, welcome along to Arsenal Fan Zones, the show that brings you the latest updates as it concerns Arsenal. If you're visiting this channel for the first time, please do well to hit on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you get to be notified whenever there's a new video. Alright, Arsenal could ship out up to 5 players before the end of the transfer window as Nketiah pulls no punches in this summer shakeup. The Gunners are expected to have a clear out in the summer transfer window as Arteta aims to finally complete his project of winning the Premier League title. Well, over the last 2 seasons, Arsenal have come close, but with the right transfer decisions, Nketiah could complete his target ahead of schedule. With that said, there are many fringe players who do not seem to be in the long-term vision of Nketiah, so they are likely first to walk the plank. Top on the list is Hill End Academy graduate Nketiah, who has been a subject of transfer for a while now. According to The Athletic, Nottingham Forest are close to agreeing a fee with Arsenal for the transfer of Nketiah, while talks also progress on personal terms. Forest had seen an opening bid worth £25 million, including add-ons, rejected, having identified the England forward as their top target to bolster the attack. Arsenal are looking for a figure more in the region of £30 to £35 million, and negotiations continue as Forest push to bring Nketiah to the City ground. The 25-year-old initially looked set to join Olympique Marseille, but the French giants showed themselves unwilling to match Arsenal's demand. Crystal Palace retain a long-standing admiration and have spoken to Arsenal, although currently they are not in dialogue to the extent of Forest. Nketiah, who has been capped once by his country at senior level, has scored 38 goals in 168 appearances for Arsenal. He was an unused substitute in their 2-0 home win over Wolverhampton Wanderers on Saturday. Another high-profile player set to leave the Emirates is goalkeeper Ramsey. According to Fabrizio Romano, Arsenal are ready to let go of the England international in the final weeks of the transfer window. Ramsdale's future looks uncertain and anything could happen in the next few days. The goalkeeper is nowhere near in Arteta's plan and will continue to act as a second fiddle to undisputed starter David Raya. So the 26-year-old has been the subject of an offer from Wolverhampton Wanderers after dropping behind David Raya in the pecking order at the Emirates. It will be an initial loan deal with the option to make it permanent in the summer, the same arrangement which allowed Arsenal to sign Raya from Brentford. It was previously known that Everton, Southampton and Ajax also had keen interest in the England star. Although these teams are actively inspecting the deal, they haven't tabled any bid for Ramsdale. The keeper missed the preseason amid calls that he is aware that he might depart anytime soon. While Arsenal continued to use Raya and he showed why he should be the Gunners' number 1 as he put up a fantastic performance against Wolverhampton Wanderers in the opening game of the 2024-2025 Premier League season. Arsenal are also working on potential replacements if David Raya was to leave. They have explored the conditions of a deal for Espanyol's Joan Garcia. To the defense, where there is a high competition, one player who has been fingered to leave this summer is Kio. Italian journalist Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that there is a strong possibility for Kio to leave Arsenal before the end of the summer after he was left out of Mikel Arteta's matchday squad against Wolverhampton Wanderers in the opening game of the season. Kio only joined Arsenal from Spezia for £21 million in January last year, but the 24-year-old could be on his way out of the Emirates Stadium this summer. Although Kio has performed well when called upon by Arsenal, he's rarely been an automatic starter, and it's now even harder to see him getting many chances after the signing of Riccardo Calafiori, who like Kio can play both centre-back and left-back. Arsenal will certainly prefer to sell Kio, but the lack of concrete interest in the defender could mean he leaves on loan. Well, sources say Arsenal are opening up the possibility of Kio leaving on loan with an option to buy included in the agreement. Juventus and Inter Milan are interested in offering Kio an escape route from his situation at the Emirates Stadium with a transfer. There are reports that manager Thiago Motta is keen to bring in a new centre-back, and Juventus have made contact with Arsenal about Kio. Well, talks are at the preliminary stages, but the Italian giants want to sign a new defender on loan, and Kio's profile matches what they are looking for. Well, in the meantime, Crystal Palace have also made contact with Arsenal to inquire about Kio's availability amidst the uncertainty surrounding McGuehi. In any case, we'll see how this pans out. Moving further up the field, the future of winger Reiss Nelson is still hanging in the air. Nelson has struggled for playing time at Arsenal down the years, even if he has managed to look on occasion like a really useful squad player and like someone who could improve with time. Well, it seems increasingly likely that Nelson's long-term future lies away from the Emirates Stadium, as Mikel Arteta has really raised standards since becoming manager, meaning he's had to be increasingly ruthless with his selection choices. There are reports that Leicester City are showing interest in Reiss Nelson, having failed to agree a deal to bring Wilfried Zaha back to the Premier League. The issue of Nelson's high salary, believed to be in excess of £120,000 a week, is an obvious barrier to any deal with the Foxes. Nelson started just 5 matches in all competitions, with only one of those coming in the Premier League. He scored once in a 1-0 win over Brentford in the Carabao Cup. Well, unfortunately, he could be starred for minutes once again this time, having been an unused substitute in Arsenal's 2-0 win over Wolves on Saturday. Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli and Leandro Trossard are all ahead of Nelson in the pecking order in that wide forward position. Well, West Ham have emerged as another potential candidate as they look to bolster their forward line this summer. The big question now is, can Reiss Nelson afford to stay at the Emirates for another season as a fringe player? We'll see what happens at the end of the transfer window. Please tell me what you think about this player set to leave. Drop your views in the comment section and do not forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you some other time.